Hello, welcome to my channel and thanks for joining me for this Pilates-inspired workout focusing on core strength. We'll get started right away by lying down on the back and finding stillness for a moment. You can plant your feet on the floor, allow the knees to drop in towards each other, and rest your hands on the mat beside you with the palms facing up. Begin to breathe a little deeper. And with this workout being inspired by Pilates, I want to remind you that strength is coordination. It's not just brute force. So it's about how well your brain can recruit the right muscles at the right time. That's why slow, focused movements can sometimes feel harder. Your body is learning to work smarter. So set the intention in today's workout to not rush through, but rather to pay attention and move mindfully to build true strength. Draw the knees in towards the chest as we get started. You can lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Press the lower back down. Feel the core engage. Release the left leg, extend it, keep the muscles engaged by pointing the toes, and see if you can use your core strength to hold this position, reaching the fingertips towards the top of the mat where the toes are pointing. Little tiny pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, keep reaching, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Pull the left knee in, extend your right leg. We're going to do the same thing. Keep your right leg hovering, toes pointed. See if you can lift the head, neck, and shoulders, squeeze the forehead towards the knee, and then reach the arms alongside. Press the lower back down, keep the core tight. We're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Pull both knees back in towards the chest. You can rest the back of your head down. Find a reclined tabletop position. Line up the knees over the hips, flex your feet, and reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale to extend the right leg and the left arm in a dead bug. Exhale, bring them back in. We'll do 7 more on the same side. Line up your breathing with the movement, inhaling to extend, and exhaling to bring it back in, tightening the core more as you exhale. Move like you're underwater, every movement smooth, steady, and strong, keeping the movement controlled, your gaze soft to the ceiling, and your jaw relaxed. Finish off a last rep on this side, inhaling to extend, exhale to bring it in. Stay in the same position and we'll switch sides. So your right arm and your left leg come to hover, and as you exhale, bring them back into your reclined tabletop. A movement like this is all about control, not speed. Feel your core working to resist extra movement, like any rocking side to side or arching of the lower back. Try to keep your lower back anchored on the floor. 3 more. Last 2. Keep it controlled. Very last rep here. Core strong. Bring everything back through center. Grab on behind your knees. You can give your toes a little point. Rock yourself up to a seated position. You can cross your shins in front of you and rock forward to a tabletop position. Hips lined up over top of the knees, shoulders stacked over the wrists. Inhale to find cow pose, dropping the belly down, and exhaling to round through the upper back, tuck the chin to the chest. Again, inhale, pull the heart forward, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, press and round. 2 more, inhaling to arch the spine. Exhaling to round, pointing your tailbone down to the space just behind the knees. Last one, being guided by the speed of your breath. Return to a neutral spine, flat back, fingers spread out wide. Start to rock forward and back, keeping the palms flat, but feeling the weight shift into the fronts of the hands and then back towards the heels of the hands, starting to warm up the wrists. Pause at center, turn your fingertips out and replant the hands on the floor. With a micro bend in the elbows, shift side to side. So rather than going forward and back, we're going right to left, further warming up into the wrists and the hands. And we'll rotate the hands one more time so the fingertips face back towards the knees. Again, try to preserve a micro bend in the elbows so you're not hyperextending. And again, go back to rocking forward and back. This one will be a little bit more intense. Flip your hands back around the normal way with the fingers spread wide. Keep your right hand grounded and take your left fingertips behind your left ear. As you inhale, open your chest to the left, and as you exhale, left elbow gently taps the floor. Inhale to open up, exhale to bring it down. 3 more with your breath. Let the movement start from your mid-back, not just your arm twisting open to the side. So think about turning from your ribs. Last one, inhale, twist open, exhale, elbow finds the mat. Keep your left hand lifted, release from behind the head and sweep it around with the palm facing up to rest it on your lower back. Extend your right leg, point your toes, take a big inhale. And as you exhale, squeeze the knee forward, try to tap the back of the right arm. Inhale to extend, exhale, squeeze it in. Feel the core engaged every time your knee comes forward. The core is firing up to bring the knee closer to the back of the right arm, above the elbow if you can. Last one, inhale, straighten out. Exhale, crunch, bring the knee forward. Re-extend your leg, you can gently lower the right toes to the floor. Release your left hand down to the mat. Pivot so that the right fingertips reach up to the sky in this modified side plank. Exhale, thread the right hand under the left armpit and then reach it back up. Add in a leg lift. Reach it under, your gaze can follow your right fingertips and leg lift. Doing a little combo here, reaching it under, firing up the obliques. Last two, reach it under and up. Right leg lifts and lowers. Last one, reach under, reach up, right leg lifts, right leg lowers. Great work. Take your right hand down, square off your hips to the front, and step your right knee down to your tabletop. This time your left hand stays grounded, right fingertips behind the ear as you inhale and twist open. Exhale to kiss the mat with the right elbow. Inhale, twist. Exhale, bring it down. Keep the core engaged and the right hand light behind the ear, so make sure you're not yanking on the skull with your right hand. Let's do one more. Inhale, open up, reach the elbow high. Exhale, bring it down. And now coming back up, extend your right hand towards the back, turn your palm up to the sky, rest your right hand on the lower back. With your shoulders square, extend your left leg, toes pointed, and as you exhale, slide the left knee forward. Inhale to extend. Exhale, squeeze through the core to bring the knee to the back of the arm. Try to aim for above the elbow, maybe even towards the armpit. And we're really challenging our stability here by having the right hand behind the back rather than on the floor. Last one, extend your left leg. You can gently tap your left toes down to the floor. Place your right hand down, pivot towards the left side of your mat, stretch the left fingertips up to the sky, stacking shoulders and hips. As you exhale, left hand threads under the right armpit, reach it back up, add in your leg lift. Left hand reaches under, back up to the sky, left leg lifts and lowers. 3 more. Reach it up, restacking the shoulders, lift your leg. 2 more. Keep the core engaged, right hand firming down into the floor. Here's your last one. Thread it under, reach it up, lift your leg, tap it down. Lower your left hand down to the mat, square off, left knee comes down to your tabletop. Widen your knees, with the big toes touching, send your hips back to the heels and drop your forehead down to the floor. Take a big belly breath in. You can open your mouth and let out an audible sigh on the exhale. With the body nice and warmed up, let's come up and we'll get into our first, slightly more challenging working set. Swing your legs over to one side. You can sit down onto your bum, lean back just slightly, and then hover the feet so you're in a boat position. We're going to hold for about 45 seconds. If you want to make this slightly more challenging, you can add in an extension of the legs. Squeeze the thighs together and keep your toes pointed as you straighten and then bend. If you can't straighten your legs all the way, don't worry about it. The work is in the control, not how straight your legs are. Let your core guide every movement. Keep the shoulders back and down, even as you reach forward through your fingertips. Keep lifting through the crown of your head, chest open and proud. Stay anchored through your center by hugging the belly in toward the spine, like a corset tightening inward. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your boat, take your hands together, twist to the right and to the left, keeping both sits bones grounded for your Russian twists. If you want a modification, you can keep your feet gently resting on the floor in front of you. Otherwise, shins stay parallel to the floor, so you're still in your boat shape as you add in a rotation side to side. Make sure that you're still leaning back slightly, but keep the spine long and the chest open. You want to keep this twist in the torso, but the hips and knees stay quiet. That way we're firing up the obliques and keeping the core engaged. So if you find that you're rocking side to side or the knees are opening and closing, try the modification with your feet grounded. With Pilates style movements, it's always about quality over quantity. Great, come back through center, grab on behind your knees for roll like a ball, chin tucked, allow yourself to roll back, and then rock up and try to catch your balance in boat pose. We'll do this one for 45 seconds as well. For an additional challenge, try with no hands, so the fingertips will reach forward. You really have to use your core to catch your balance every time you rock up to your boat. Keep a gentle inward scoop of the low belly and the chin tucked slightly so the spine stays rounded like the letter C. If you find you're losing momentum, you can try to make your ball shape a little smaller, hugging everything in tighter. Careful not to go too fast. At the top, hold it and find that sweet spot of lift and control. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Next time that you roll down, we'll stay down on our backs, extend your legs, place your hands on the floor, palms face down. Firm your thighs together and with the toes pointed, slowly lower and lift the legs, keeping your chin tucked. Imagine you're carving a straight line through the sand with your toes, bringing it down as you inhale, up as you exhale. The hands just below the bum like this are going to help you to keep your tailbone grounded, but keep the core engaged as well to imprint the lower spine onto the floor. If you find that your lower back is starting to arch, you can make the range of motion smaller, so you don't need to bring the legs down to hover as close to the floor. Maybe you bring them down halfway, focusing in on your form first, and then depth is secondary. Stay strong, go for one more rep here, legs drop down. As you exhale, bring them up, and then you can hug the knees in towards the chest, relax the back of the head down to the floor, releasing the neck. Let's rock and roll ourselves back up, turn to face the long edge of your mat, and we'll come into a half kneel with the left knee grounded. You can double up your mat if the knee is sensitive and the right leg extended to the side. Lift yourself up, engage through the glutes, tighten up through the core, and then take your hands in front of your chest. Inhale to lean over to your left, exhale to come back up. The further that you come down, the more you're going to feel tension through the obliques. Make sure that you stay anchored through the right foot. Keep the glutes squeezing to support you. Strong foundation, and the shoulders, face, and jaw relaxed. Keep your hips steady so the movement is isolated to the waistline and the pelvis isn't rocking back and forth. I like to imagine I'm drawing the sides of the waist in every time I lower down and come back up. Great, let's finish one more rep here. Lean over, bring it back up, and this time as you come down, plant your left hand, lift your right fingertips up and overhead, hover the right leg. Exhale to crunch it in, inhale to reach it out. Again, feel the sides of the waist, your oblique muscles working to bring the elbow and knee as close as possible while keeping the left side of the waist long as well. Give me 3 more, reach it out. Exhale, crunch it in, last 2. Inhale, reach it out. Last 1, elbow and knee connect, re-extend. Place your right foot on the floor, left fingertips behind the left ear. As you exhale, hover the right knee, bring the left elbow and right knee to touch, and then as you inhale, open back up to your side plank, gently tapping the right knee back down to the floor. Imagine spiraling in, so drawing all of your energy and strength towards the midline of the body every time the elbow and the knee tap, and then finding your strong side plank every time that you open back up. Keep your left fingertips light behind the left ear. Last 1. This time as you squeeze the elbow in towards the knee, find your side plank, extending your left leg back. You can stack your feet and reach your right fingertips up to the sky. Brace through the core as you hold, unscrunch the left shoulder away from the left ear, and see if you can lift the left side hip and ribs away from the floor. So we don't actually need to be moving always to create strength. When we hold and we're building strength, it's called isometric strength. Excellent. Last push for this set. Take your right hand to the right hip, stay in your side plank, lower and lift the hips. Finding your hip dips to really sculpt and activate the sides of the waist, your oblique muscles. If your left hand or wrist are getting a little bit tired, feel free to come down to the left elbow for your side plank. Don't worry about how big this movement is. Really focus on the lift. The work is in the lift. When you bring the hips back up, think up and in through the left side body. You're almost there. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your right hand down on the mat. You can square off in your high plank and then lower your knees down. Come to a kneeling position, make your hands into fists, quickly roll out the wrists a couple of times, and then drop your hands to your lap. You can shrug and unshrug the shoulders. Getting ready for some plank work. Elbows come onto the floor, shoulder width apart. Tuck your toes under and find this pike position on the elbows, chin slightly tucked. Shift forward into a forearm plank, and then forward again so the shoulders come in front of the elbows, and then you'll shift yourself back to your forearm plank and pull the hips up. This is our movement. We're going to go through this one for a whole 60 seconds. 60 seconds is a long time, so you don't have to rush through. You can really slow it down and focus on your alignment. Every time you come forward to your forearm plank, make sure you've got a strong line from your head to your heels. Pull the navel up towards your spine, hug the ribs in. And you want to make sure not to let the shoulder blades start to pinch together. Think of lifting up through the space between your shoulder blades to avoid sinking or puffing the chest. If you want a little extra fire here, imagine in your forearm plank that you are trying to drag your forearms and toes towards each other to really fire up the entire deep core line. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Take a break. Knees down. And then place your hands on the mat shoulder width apart. We're going to do one more round of planks, this time on the hands rather than the elbows. When you're ready, join me. Step your feet back and find your high plank position. Bring your right knee forward to the right elbow, over to the left, back to the right, and then step it back. Left side, switch, switch, and back. Right side, switch, switch, and back. Left side, switch, switch, and back. Keep moving through. This one we are also going to do for a full 60 seconds, so slow it down if you need to. If you need a little break, you can simply hold your high plank, and your modification would be to place your knees on the floor. And this action of bringing your knee forward while keeping your torso strong is training your body to move the limbs while stabilizing the spine. It's so useful not just for your posture, but in a lot of everyday movements like pushing a door open, lifting groceries, even grabbing the seatbelt from behind you. It's going to help protect you from injury and make you stronger. Wherever you're at, 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Take a break. Lower your knees down. Place your hips on your heels. Take a moment just to release the shoulders. And we'll come into our side body sequence on the second side. Face the long edge of your mat again, coming into a half kneel, this time with your right knee grounded and your left leg extended to the side. Hands come into prayer. Inhale to lean over to the right. Exhale to come up through center. Focus on precision and just moving laterally, so just side to side without collapsing forward and back, as if you could do this movement compressed between 2 walls. Let's go for 3 more, and up. 2 more, bring it down, and up. Last one, leaning over, and up. This time come down, place your right hand down, extend the left arm overhead, and hover the left leg. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale to extend. Keep your left toes pointed, trying to engage through the left leg to keep it light as you crunch in and reach long. Sides of the waist long and strong as you keep the right shoulder stacked over the left, right hip stacked over the left. If you can actually get the elbow and the knee to touch, drive the knee and the elbow in towards each other for even more core engagement. Let's go for 1 more. Exhale, squeeze it in. Inhale, reach it out. Lower your left foot down, take your right fingertips behind your head. Firm your left foot into the floor to hover the right knee, and you'll squeeze the left elbow and right knee in towards each other. So we're now allowing a little bit of rotation through the core. And your obliques are doing exactly what they're designed for in this movement, stabilizing and helping to rotate the torso. Go for 3, and open. Last 2, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, open. Last one, bring it in. And now find your side plank, straightening out the right leg, stacking right foot under the left, and reaching the left fingertips towards the ceiling. Hips are stacked, shoulders are stacked. Lift the side of the waist away from the floor. Inhale into your ribs. Let the breath expand sideways without changing your shape. And as you exhale, hug the belly in and up, drawing strength from the center. You're almost there. We're just going to finish off this combo with 30 seconds of hip dips. In 3, 2, and 1. So as you inhale, send the hips down, just gently exhale to pull them back up. Keep firming the thighs together. Keep your right shoulder away from the right ear. If you want, you can keep your left hand extended up to the sky, or you can place your left hand on your left hip. You might be feeling a little bit tired by now. Remember, tiredness is a mindset, so is strength. Pull through, choose strength. You've got just a couple seconds. Final 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips back up. You can lower your left hand down to the mat to a high plank, and then drop your knees down. Take a moment, a few deep breaths. Great work making it through that last combo. We have one final combo here, and we're going to make our way down to our backs for this final combo of your workout today. Roll yourself down into a reclined position on your back. Imprint your lower spine onto the mat. You can tuck your chin, hands lightly behind the head, extend one leg to the sky, one leg to hover, and we're just going to take L switches. Knees can be slightly bent, but try to point your toes so we really work through an elongated position in the legs. Switching your legs back and forth like a scissor, keep the movement smooth and the core steady. Think about drawing the navel gently in and up to engage your deep core and keep the lower back gently anchored on the mat. Going for 4, 3, keep breathing, last 2, and last 1. Pause here. It doesn't matter which leg is lifted. Extend the arms overhead, make a prayer, point the fingertips inside, outside, inside, and switch. Pulse inside, outside, inside, and switch. Inside, outside, inside, and switch. Again, lower back stays anchored on the floor. Not only does this protect your lower back, it helps us engage more through the core. Chin tucked, really think about reaching your fingertips to the top of the mat as far as you can. Let's switch the legs one more time. Bend your top knee, gently grab on with your fingertips, and we'll just switch the legs back and forth. As you bend one knee in towards the chest, extend the other to hover. Toes stay pointed, chin stays tucked, so you're looking towards the top of your mat. Stay with it. We're very close to that finish line. We've only got 2 more exercises left after this. Your body is so much stronger than your mind thinks, so use this time to settle back in. Stay connected, stay committed. Again, doesn't matter which side, pause with one knee bent, take your hands behind your head, and we're going to switch the legs back and forth while drawing the opposite elbow to opposite knee for your bicycle crunches. Keep the lower back down so you're not rocking side to side, toes pointed, and make sure you're not simply pulling the elbow across to the opposite knee, but the whole shoulder blade lifts off the mat, so we're getting rotation through the trunk. Last 3, last 2, last 1, hold it here. The leg that's straight is slowly going to sweep up and then down. Imagine like you're drawing a straight line with those toes and keep reaching the opposite elbow across to opposite knee, maintaining a strong mind to muscle connection to the core. Careful not to tuck your chin in all the way to the chest and choke the throat. You want to keep the chin slightly lifted, gaze out beyond the left side of your mat. 1 more before we switch sides, toes pointed, sweep it down. Exhale, bring it up. Keep head, neck, and shoulders lifted, shift over to the other side. Point your toes, straighten out the opposite leg, drop it down. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, lower down. Toes pointed on both feet, chin away from the chest, fingertips light, light, light behind the ears. Stay right here, you've so got this. Keep reaching the elbow and shoulder across to the opposite knee. Last 2. Bring it up. And last 1, bring your leg down and rest. Hug both knees in towards the chest, set the back of your head down, release the neck. Rock up. We're just going to wrap up with a super quick stretch. You're going to want to come down onto your belly so you can swing the legs around to one side. Lay on your belly, gently rest your chin on the mat. Take your hands wide off the sides of the mat, tent your fingertips, and stick your elbows up towards the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Root down through your fingers as you lift the chest up off the mat. Feel the skin of the belly and ribs stretch out. And as you exhale, let it go and roll down. Let's do 1 more just like that. Inhale, peeling up, gaze towards the top of the mat. Exhale to bend the elbows and lower the chest back down. We'll do 1 more, this time hanging out at the top for a moment. You can turn your chin, look over the right shoulder towards your right heel, and then take it over to the left side. Let's do 1 more, looking to the right and gazing to the left. Now gaze towards the top of the mat, gently bend the elbows to lower down. Make a little pillow for your head by stacking the hands, one on top of the other. Rest your forehead there, bend your knees, and allow your legs to flop side to side like windshield wipers. Let this movement be really floppy and uncontrolled, so kind of the opposite of what we were working on for the whole workout, to release the lower back. And then you can drop the feet down, lift your forehead, press yourself up, send the hips all the way back to the heels, big toes connect, knees can be a little bit wider for your child's pose. Because we did get a little bit of shoulder work in today as well with the forearm planks and high planks, you can take a variation, bringing the hands into a prayer, bending the elbows and bringing the thumbs towards the back of the neck or the base of the skull. releasing into the triceps and shoulder. You can straighten out through the arms. On our last inhale, we'll rise up to a kneeling position. Extend the arms overhead, bring the palms to touch, and exhale to bring the hands down to heart center. And you are done. Congratulations on making it through your workout. Thank you so much for joining me.